Are you surprised, as I am, that there are men and women, boys and girls, and some of them are Christians and some are not, are now accepting homosexuality, so-called same-sex marriage, abortion, LGBTQ stuff as normal? Are you surprised that society is promoting evil as though it's good and good as evil?
Yeah, I think we probably disagree on that because I'm not surprised that people are in dialogue with all those communities. And I'm not surprised that those folks are in our church. And I'm not surprised that we
Which
are
votes? Which votes?
LGBTQ, everybody's in our church, right?
But are you surprised that there are preachers and non-Christians and Christians alike who are accepting those things as normal rather than helping these people to overcome?
Well, I will tell you right now, this is why we're sponsoring a conversation in I think 2 weeks called what's it called? Confronting. The fact of the matter is that the idea of these ministries is that they overcome over the course of time has not changed anybody. They literally have not changed anybody. And so the notion that somehow we can change someone's sexuality by having them go off on the community or even have these things is just
But I
clearly.
hear from people all the time who have changed, overcome. But are you surprised, though, that there are preachers and others who are accepting homosexuality, so-called same-sex marriage, abortion, LGBT as normal? I understand that, except for the radicals, that there are people stuck in those lifestyles and they want to overcome because they know it's wrong. Are you surprised that there are people who are accepting it as normal in
Yeah,
today's America?
Yeah, I have to tell you that I have been in this center as an advocate that in point of fact, God is not condemning people because of those things that you've just talked about. Now, by the way, you put a lot of them in you put them all in one thing. I think
In
that
the same basket because it's
right,
all evil.
right. Well, I would say let's talk about abortion first,
But
okay?
first, let me ask though: are you surprised that
Oh no,
there
I'm
are
not.
people out there calling themselves Christians and others who are accepting all this, homosexuality, abortion, so-called same-sex marriage, and LGBT, and living together, sex before marriage? Are you surprised that people are accepting evil as normal?
I do not. I am not only not surprised, but I don't think it's all evil either.
Would you ever accept that as normal?
I will accept it as what God has created.
How,
Not everything in that list. Not everything in that list. But I would accept the fact that people are
Is
who
there anything a part in that list that you would accept as normal? Being a preacher, you're a reverend. Is there
yeah,
anything would you accept abortion or homosexuality or same-sex marriage, LGBT, living together before marriage or having sex before marriage? Would you accept any of that as normal?
I would accept that people's sexuality is something that God gives them, and and they're gay, they're all right.
So you would accept it as normal?
I would accept it as what God has created.
How about as normal?
I don't understand what you mean by normal.
Would you accept those things that I just named off as normal?
Okay, so again, I will say LGBTQ, I would accept it as what God has created and who they are.
Oh, you
Absolutely.
think God created the lesbians and the homosexuals?
Who else did?
You think God created them?
Who else did?
He created the person, but he didn't create the evil spirit that made a home in them, right?
So you think that every single person who's gay or lesbian is possessed of the spirit and is evil?
But no, I'm asking you, do you?
I'm asking
Yes, absolutely, yes.
you.
It's
And I would totally disagree with you.
why you think God created a spirit that would destroy people rather than giving them love and build them up? You think he
I don't know why
created a destructive spirit in them?
would you say it would destroy people?
Homosexuality destroys. It doesn't build up.
Why do you say it destroys people?
Because they be.
I'm a straight male, and I've seen a lot of people who love the Lord and who are gay and who are even ministers who are gay and love the Lord and brought people. I've seen them on the street bringing people. And so I don't understand the fact that you just think that everybody who's that way would be destroyed.
What do you think? Homosexuals and things like that don't love God. Preachers that are homosexuals don't love God. They
They
love,
don't love God?
no, they love
They
Satan.
don't love God. How do you know they don't love God?
Because if they love God, they wouldn't be locked in that lifestyle. They would be free from it.
Okay, so you think that the love of so everybody who's got anything that you call sin in your life in their life don't love God?
Right. Because
So
sin is of the father, the devil, and that's
okay,
why
so
Christ
every
came to
sinner
free
doesn't
them.
love God. So every sinner doesn't love God.
Right. No, you can't be a sinner and love God. You love your dad as Satan. That's why God said you must be born again. Isn't
So
that
let me
right?
ask
Isn't
you
that
something.
right?
Yeah, let me ask you
Is
something.
that
So,
right though? Hold on.
yeah, excuse me. Say again.
That's why God said you must be born again, because if you are sinning, you're of your father, the devil. That's why Christ came, that you may be free from sin. Isn't that right?
Christ Christ came that we may be free and fulfill. I came that you may have life and have it more abundantly.
But isn't that you can't?
But let me, what you define, and you're defining sin. You've decided these things are sin. And then, therefore, if they are not what you want them to be, then they don't love God. Therefore, they're not, and therefore, they are, in fact, the folks who God does not love, or you do not love them.
How can a sinner love God? His daddy is Satan. He can't love two
But
gods.
you're defining that as a sin. You're defining homosexuality as sin.
Do you think it's not a sin?
It is not a sin.
What is it?
What is and what?
Homosexuality, if it's not a sin, what is it?
It is what God has created. It is human beings being human beings.
But what is, I know the
You
person,
can use sexuality, and that's why I said I didn't accept everything in that list, right? Because just like any other sexuality, you can misuse it, right? But it is just sexuality. And your question is did God create sex? Remember, that's the question, the biblical question of the day that you ask, right?
what is
So
homosexuality if it's not a sin? You didn't answer that.
it's sexuality.
What does that
believe
mean,
God
sexuality? What does that
Do you
mean?
believe that God creates sexuality? You ask the question, therefore, you must believe that there's something called sexuality that God created.
No, I don't know what sexuality is. I'm black and I'm slow. What is sexuality?
I'm black and I'm slow too, bro. Don't go there, okay? That ain't gonna work, okay? We both the same, okay?
What is
So,
sexuality?
what? Sexuality is just the way the human beings relate to one another. They also express their love and can be used also to procreate. Although here lately you can also procreate without sexual intercourse. But sexuality is the way in which people connect and express their love. That's a part of the human condition. That's a part of what human
Amazing.
beings
So
are made
you
by.
believe that sexuality is love?
Sexuality, I said, is a way. No, I didn't. I want you to at least at least give me my words, right? Sexuality is a way in which we express love. I did not say it was love.
How do you express love with sexuality?
Well, I think everybody who's in a relationship can say how they express love with a reality. Certainly every married person. Are you married?
No.
Okay. So if you were married and you and your wife had sex, what would you be doing?
Making babies?
You wouldn't be expressing love?
No.
Well, then, so you think that when a married couple has sex, they're not expressing love?
No.
What are they doing? They're just having sex. They're just making babies.
They should be making babies, but they're trying to get a good feeling, so they're looking for
It's only a feeling.
they're looking for a feeling. But let me ask you, what do you say about the callers who call me from all over the country, and sometimes in Canada and other places, and they say as a result of what I've been putting out there, they've been able to overcome lesbians or homosexuality. They've been free from it. What do you say to those people?
Well, and I get you that. I will never deny someone's experience, but I will tell you right now, the majority of people who say, what we know about, and I invite you to the conversation. Look on our sites to Converting. We're going to have a 6-week conversation about this because it's a worldwide phenomenon. 700,000 people have gone through in the last 10 to 15 years, right? Of the 700,000 people, 99% of them said they thought they had changed and it didn't change. So the notion that somehow that can happen is not true. Now, where your callers are from, what their experiences are, is their own experience. I want to get back to this.
Do you believe that they were able to overcome, though?
If this is an
Do
interview,
you believe that them when they say that they're able to overcome it?
Well, let me ask you a question.
No, answer that first. Do you believe them when they say they were able to overcome it?
I've answered your questions.
No, you're my guest today. I'll let you ask me a question, but you're my guest. Do
Well,
you believe them when they say they are able to over? Do you believe them?
Sexuality has nothing to do with love.
Floyd.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, I'll answer that in a minute. But Floyd, do you believe them when they say they are able to overcome it?
I believe that there is no evidence whatsoever. First of all, I believe that when I say believe, I let people have their experiences. If they've overcome it, if they needed to overcome it, and that's what happened, I totally agree with it.
You believe it? Do you believe them?
Why would I disbelieve somebody's experience?
Do you believe them when they say they have overcome it?
Not everybody has to, but for those who wanted to, they can. They have.
Do you believe them when they say they have?
Yeah, I mean, I will never tell somebody their experience is wrong because I'm not them.
Do you believe them when they say they have overcome?
I have answered that 3 times, bro.
No, you haven't given me a yes or no yet.
Yes, I have given you an answer. I said, I will believe their experience every time. When people say they have done it, I believe their experience.
Oh, okay. So you had a question for me. Go ahead.
So the question is, you have said that sexuality has nothing to do with love. Do you really believe that sexuality has nothing to do with it? It's not an expression of love.
Well, I don't know about sexuality, but I do know that sex is not love.
I didn't say it was love. I said has nothing to do with. You said when a man and a woman is having sex in marriage, that they are not expressing love to one another.
They're not. No. 100% no.
Love.
No.
So it is just making.
All they're doing is seeking pleasure, and in some cases making babies. Okay. Because of time, I need to ask you a few more questions. Are you a Democrat or Republican?
I'm an independent.
Independent. And did you vote for the Great White Hope?
I did not. I didn't vote for either one of them.
Either one of what?
Either one of the president. I didn't vote for the president or the one who lost.
Either. Oh, you didn't. So you didn't vote for the president, Donald Trump?
I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton either.
Did you vote for Obama?
I voted for Obama one time. I didn't vote for him the first time. I voted for him the second time.
And why not the second? Why not? Why did you not vote for him the first time, but yet the second time when you knew what he was all about?
I thought that was a better candidate. Remember, these are elections, so you have choices. I thought that was a better choice. The second time, I didn't think it was a better choice.
But he's such an evil person.
Why is he evil?
Because Satan is his daddy.
Why is Satan his daddy?
Because he has not been born again. But let me ask you this.
But how do you know he's not been born again?
Do you agree that...
How does that not violate the Bible's principle on judging? And how do you know when a man says he's born again, and he says he's born again, and it said he believed in Jesus Christ, you said he's not been born again? How is that not judgment? Both those things.
By his action. And Obama was...
So it doesn't matter what anyone says. You know them better. You know them better than their own confession.
By his action, and Obama pushed homosexuality as though he has some good issue with it or something. He pushed LGBT. He is for abortion, even if the baby come out alive during abortion. And so you can't be for God and be for evil too. And Obama support everything that's evil. He also said that he's the first feminist president. He's a woman.
Okay, so do you know that the lowest rate of abortion ever recorded in American history was while Obama was president?
And he still was for it, though, to make it evil. Do you support abortion?
No, I told you I don't. And I don't think he supports abortion.
No, he does.
No, he supported.
He loved abortion. When he was senator of Illinois.
I just told you the lowest rate ever.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that.
To do with your reality?
I know that Obama, when he was senator.
It doesn't matter what the facts is. You didn't know that. And instead of stopping and thinking about it, you just moved on. You didn't know that, did you?
No, Obama supported, when he was senator of Illinois, he supported a bill that, hold on a minute. He supported a bill that said if a baby should come out alive during a botched abortion, to call it infanticide or something, and to let the baby die on the medical table. He was the only senator in Illinois to support that bill at the time.
I hope that's not true.
Obama is an evil person.
And you and I are going to disagree with it.
And so is Big Mama Michelle. What is a man? What is a man?
What do you mean, what is a man?
What is a man?
What do you mean, what is a man? I don't understand the question. It's very obvious what a man is.
No,
right?
What is it?
I mean, it's a male is a guy with.
No, I didn't ask you what was a male. I know a male is a guy with body parts.
Okay, you're talking
Yeah.
about a man who has responsibility for his family and who stands up for his rights and values and beliefs, and don't let somebody like you bully him because you disagree with him.
What do you mean, somebody like me?
Because you're bullying. Do you realize that in the course of this conversation, you call people evil, you call people wrong, and do you understand how absolutely small that is of you?
How is it small to call it what it is? It's either good or evil.
No, you decided. You don't know these people.
I know that they're in a fallen state in any
When I give you a fact that's different, you just decided it's not true.
Anybody who is in a fallen state. I'm sorry?
How small can you be?
What?
You are the problem with Christianity at this point, my friend.
What do you say? What now?
You're the problem with Christianity because people look at you and say, you're not interested in knowing me. You're not interested in deciding. Even if we disagree, you're not interested in that. You're only interested in calling people evil. You're only interested in calling them devils. You're only interested in doing those things.
But don't you agree? Do you agree?
Jesus, how is this lifting up Jesus?
Do you agree that there's only good? You're either good or evil.
How is this lifting up Jesus?
Do you agree that it's only?
I'm a Christian. How is this lifting up Jesus?
Why do you think you're a Christian?
Because I believe in Jesus Christ.
But you support.
Because I do what the Bible tells me to do. Because I believe in Jesus Christ. The only biblical realities of that. How is what you're doing Christian?
Because but all the thing you're doing is you can't support good and evil, and you're definitely in support of evil. So you can't support good, and if you're not of good, you're of your father the devil. Wouldn't you agree?
My father isn't the devil.
Isn't? Do you believe racism exists?
You and I are going to be close to agreement on this one, and I know it will shock you, that the notion of race is a made-up construct. The issue is right and wrong, and the issue is how we, in fact, help people who are treated badly or who are prejudiced. And that can take many different forms.
Let me restate the question. Do you believe...
Some of it is about color, some of it is about all of those other things, but the reality is it's really about right and wrong.
Do you believe racism exists?
How many? I just answered that.
No, you said something about race. I asked you about racism. And I'm asking you, do you believe racism exists?
The term racism is...
I didn't ask you about the term.
Well,
I'm asking you, do you believe racism exists?
Okay, so if we're speaking English, it's really important to be clear. So the reality is that racism is based on race, and I told you that race is, that's why I stopped and said, I don't think race exists.
I said racism. I didn't ask you about race.
Race does not exist.
Does racism exist?
Then therefore, racism as we call it is not the same.
So is there racism as we don't call it?
There is, right and wrong.
I mean, good and evil, no such thing as racism?
No, right and wrong. I mean, you can treat somebody wrongly on the basis of many things. On the basis of many things.
Amazing.
In fact,
but we know that race exists.
Now, your trailer just said that you it's not on the basis of race. It's the basis of right and wrong. We're agreeing.
You're dodging my question though. But we know that race exists. But I'm asking you about
the words in my mouth.
We know that race exists, but I'm asking you about racism. And my final question before we have to run here: Do you believe that white supremacy exists?
Do I believe that white supremacy exists? I would say on that one, absolutely, because there are people who believe that white people are supreme, therefore white supremacy exists.
So you say racism doesn't exist, but white supremacy does exist.
You just said in that there are people. I didn't say in that there are people who believe because of the color of my skin, which I believe that I'm better than you and I'm more supreme than you, that would be called white supremacy.
There are black people who believe that they are smarter than white people, that they're the first on the earth. And
wrong too.
Are they black supremacy?
And they would be wrong, and they would be wrong too.
Are they black supremacy?
They would be wrong too.
Are they black supremacy though?
I just said yes.
Okay.
You can't say yes for an answer, can you?
And my
no idea how to take for an answer something. You are so into trying to be oppositional. You cannot even have a conversation when someone agrees with you.
And my final question, do you support Israel? Are you pro-Israel?
My pro-Israel. I have no idea what that means.
Do you support the Jews? Do you support the Jews?
Yeah, what that means is a whole different things.
Do you support Israel?
What that could mean is a whole bunch of stuff.
Do you support Israel?
I support Israel. I support any country's ability to do. Now, what that means policy-wise is obviously a whole bunch of stuff.
Do you support Israel over Palestine?
I support the idea that Palestinians are important, the Israelis are important, and the best way to have Israel exist as a nation is to find peace with the Palestinians.
They have already tried, but the Palestinians want to kill the Jews. Do you agree that the Palestinians want to kill the Jews? Hey, do you agree that the Palestinians want to kill? Do you agree the Palestinians?
In a day. Peace is not happening today.
Do you agree that the Palestinians want to kill the Jews?
I believe that there are some Palestinians that want to kill the Jews. I believe that there are factions with PLO, and those should be neutralized, and those should be protected.
Amazing. And the last question.
Why is that amazing?
It's just amazing.
Why is that amazing? No, why is that amazing?
Because you're not answering my question.
I just answered your question.
You're like, do you hear yourself not answering the question? You try to add other words, or you try to go around it, or you try to talk over me. You try to go around it, you try to add different words, or you try to talk over me.
And you try to do the same thing with me. You're just not used to a guest pushing back on you.
What do you mean? They all push back.
Yeah, and they probably do.
Yeah, they do.
On that one, you're probably right on that one. I can't imagine that it's easy to be you in this profession.
No, it's easy being me. I love it. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Justin Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.